This is the good stuff. This is why you're here today.
This is the good stuff.
It's all good stuff.
I'm Brooke Silver, your regional tech trainer. If you're just joining us, we just had a whole bunch of people jump in. We are at 140 people who are excited to grow their business in 2023. So when Jen, Tiffany, and the rest of the regional team and I were at some of these bigger events this year, one of the things that kept surfacing was this number 201. Ooh, we got to unmute. Where are you? We got that, guys? Thank you. So one of the things that KWNE has figured out through data, and you will get this stuff, I promise you, but one of the things they have figured out is that Keller Williams, agents who had now guys, when I say a contact, I don't mean some crap you dumped in from a spreadsheet. Yep. I don't mean, oh my God, I just dumped my whole phone and I have 201 contacts. I'm going to make this GC app. Nope. There are going to be some rules on what it looks like to have a healthy, clean contact that is going to run your business and have fuller, bigger pipelines. So what KWNE found out is that agents who have 201 plus clean contacts that have future tasks on them make an average of $119,510. So would you like to be able to make that next year without buying a lead? Would you like to do that? Would you like to make $119,510? Put it in the chat. If you don't, we're going to cry. We're just going to cry. Nobody wants it. It is a great start. How many of you feel overwhelmed when people start to talk to you about your database? Eric does. I know you do. I can always count on you, boo. Right? Everyone says I need to clean it. Well, guess what? You're never going to do it. You're never going to clean it. You're not. I'm not going to clean it. I'm not going to clean mine. But here's the thing. We can do steps to work ourselves backwards to make sure we are working with the contacts that matter. And that's what this growth pre is going to do. Every race, we are going to walk you through how to clean your data, how to add data, and what to do with that contact, because you can't just slap a contact in, right? Because if everybody could just slap contacts in, we wouldn't have to talk about this race to 201 because we would just have these massive data banks. How many of you would like a data bank over a database, right? I want data bay. That's what I want. I want data bay. I want something that's going to be good for life. I want a pipeline that is going to sustain my business so that I become shift proof. Jen, I said it without messing up this week. Shift is a hard word to say over and over and over, friends. The other thing that through this data we have found is that if you have 201 plus contacts in your database at a full cap, you are 3 times more likely to cap. If you're a half capper, you are 2 times more likely to cap. Who wants to cap? Put it in the chat. You want cap? I see a bunch of hands raised. I have 40 people on my screen. Some people, I don't know what a cap is. I got dragged here. Yes, cap, right? You want to keep those commissions. You earned it. You know, and then the other thing, this is like as a tech person, and I love hearing this. This is one of my favorite things. Well, only the young people use the tech, right? Only young people are using command. Does anybody want to take a guess at what the median ages of a user in contacts in command? Who do you think? What do you think? Oh, I saw it go by. 46. 46 is the age of the average user in command. So guys, the numbers speak for themselves. This is not a young person. This isn't every person's, right? And this is data brought in from across all the people, right? And Lori's right in the chat. If that's the average age of the realtor across the board, I'm going to say young whenever I can because I don't feel my age. Some days I do. I'm in Vermont visiting. My bones did not like this cold weather today. So let's talk about what these races look like, how we're going to race you there. So everybody's going to get this. It is called the 201 Club. We have made it a website that is easy to follow. And every week the race material is there. So this is just the 201.club. And don't everybody go there at once because you'll probably crash the page, but it's okay. So we're going to do these races on the back half of every growth call every Monday, just like we're doing now. If you want to add it, one of our lucky agents in the region has a chance to win Audible for a year. We are giving away Audible for a year just by you guys taking 30 seconds and throwing in a little bit of information. So we're going to pull from all these at the end, and somebody's going to win that Audible for a year. Let me tell you, Audible has changed my life. I still buy the books, but Audible has changed my life. My 3.5-hour ride to Vermont at 1.5 speed the other day, I demolished books. It felt so good. So good. All right. So now here is your game board. So let's talk about what the race to 201 looks like. Because if I were to say to you, put 201 contacts in your database, you'd be like, how do I do that? How do I do that? So we're going to click start, and then you're going to go to your race. Of course, we kicked it off with a red car. Duh. So here's a couple of things for you guys to do. You're going to download the access card, because in order to put some tags and to get the healthiest contacts, we need some material. So let's take a peek at what that looks like. So in order to get a client, a contact card, to be qualified to be in the growth pre with you, they have to have some stuff. And now if anybody this month or last month was working on their labels and they were like, yeah, I should have uppercase people's names, I feel you. Because now your labels are a whole bunch of lowercase, uppercase, doesn't make sense case, and things are dirty. So in order for a client, a contact to be qualified in here, we need a little bit of information. So we need full name with that proper case, guys. What's super important is everybody needs a seat at the table. It should not be Brooke Silva and Adam Silva. It shouldn't be Brooke and Adam Silva. Every contact gets their own seat at the table. Because when you're pushing things to DocuSign or your e-signature platforms, it means that data is going to roll over for you when you do it correct. So you don't have to go in and retype everything in DocuSign. The other thing we need is a phone number. They're kind of important for lead gen, huh? Kind of important. Mailing address. This one cracks me up because these are the things we put people in and take them out of, yet we never have them. That's like the one piece of that's missing across the board for realtors at KW is address is always missing. And again, what do we put people in? Like, yep, okay. Then birthday and email. And now let's talk about lead source. Talk to me about lead sources. Where are you guys seeing your leads? Where are you getting people from? You can come off of mute or put it in the chat. SOI, awesome. Did you know that that person, you can tag them as the lead source in the contact? So Tiffany is the reason that Mike came into my life. The lead source is Mike McPherson. Tag would be your SOI. Church, perfect. If you met them at an open house, is open house the lead source? Put in the chat. Yes or no?
No, the address.
Go deeper. How did they hear about the open house? I know we live in this world, but friends, I do not pop up in the morning and go, oh, we should go to that open house on Main Street. They had to hear about it somewhere, right? Did they get an email from someone? Did they see it in a community page? Did they get a flyer from you? Dig deeper. Dig deeper, because this is how you're going to start reporting. And you're going to know if the things you are paying for marketing are going to work. This is that weird term ROI, return on investment, right? So if I'm giving out pens, I want to know if they had a pen. If I'm paying for Facebook ad leads, I want to know if they came in through a Facebook ad, through a friend. Somebody said contacts in their phone, but those didn't magically appear either. So how do I know this person? Is it from a work? Is it from they played sports with our kids played sports together? But how did they get to your world? We're going to dig deeper into that because you may be shocked at where people come from versus where they're not. We're going to have at least 2 smart plans running. Guys, that's if we've got birthday smart plan, and another easy one, quarterly call plan. So you never forget. And then you have to have an activity logged in the past 11 days. So that could be something as simple as you send your text through the command app. You make a call through the command app. You send an email. You log a meeting with them. Tiffany, do you remember how long it takes for the average consumer to forget you?
I do. It's sad. It's 11 days.
Sad. 11 days.
11 days.
Because of COVID, because of social media and the way people are given messaging, the average consumer forgets about you in 11 days. So when we talk about being systematic and running these models, it's not that we're trying to attack people and spam them. If you're coming from value and you're listening and you have permission to talk to these people and drip on them, then now you're bringing items of value, and it doesn't have to always be a phone call or a text, right? We're going to do bi-weekly neighborhood nurtures. We're going to put them on all kinds of different automated things. We're going to hit them on social media. We're going to have two-way messaging with them in different places so that we start building relationships and we don't come charging through the door, kick it down with our sign in our hand and commission breath, because commission breath is disgusting. Just like command breath is disgusting, right? So we want to make sure that we are systematized and we're not just dumping all this love on our clients one time a year, right? If you only send me a Christmas card, don't add glitter. And that's the only time you talk to me, I'm going to forget about you. So we have to systematize our touches. We have to vary the different touches in what we're doing. And yes, you can send group text messaging, but I will tell you, for birthdays, anniversaries, or things that are human touch, it would hurt you to go automated. More human, more often. The whole point of what we're doing in Command with the automated steps of a smart plan are to make you smarter and not work harder. So as you start using these smart plans, your tasks are going to start rolling up every day. And what you're going to see is this is your lead gen. All of a sudden, every day, as you start building and putting people on smart plans and get into a habit, that every day, your 3 hours of lead gen, you're never going to go, oh, Tiffany, I don't know who to call today. Do your coaching clients say that to you ever?
Never. They never say that to me.
It's because they're scared. Let's go back to your document. It's because they're scared. So
and really quickly, like the other part of this conversation is the 201. Who knows, for every 100 people in your database, what is the opportunity? How many transactions are in 100 people that you stay connected with in this fashion?
I like how David puts out like a scientific number because that's his brain. For the 0.33.
It's 6.4, which I would like to know where the 0.4 comes from. So David, you had the 3.3. It's 6.4. So for every 100 people that you follow Brooke's plan, and it's not even Brooke's plan, it's the way we take care of our database, there's an opportunity for 6 to 7 transactions.
Wait, for just staying in communication, and not every communication has to be about real estate. Like, you mean I'm allowed to talk to them about non-real estate things and create relationships, and then I'm going to get business?
Like, you can send them, my favorite thing to ever send out was the list of 4th of July fireworks.
Yep. That's why we're starting this week with Christmas lights, right? You get to take the data from your world and put it out into an email and say, my clients say that these are the top 10 places and the best Christmas lights you see. If you go, tag me in the photos of the lights on my business page. And then you got more people seeing.
And it's the reason I bring that up now, it's the every 11-day touch.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You will be forgotten. All right, so in order to be successful as a racer, we got to make sure that your profiles across the board are correct. I see a lot of problems in market centers with agents where you go in and you think your cell phone has to be in every part. If it says brokerage phone number, Tiffany, what do you think has to go in there?
I don't know, maybe brokerage phone number?
Yes, and here's why. Most states have MLS rules. So if you are not putting the correct brokerage information in there, if you get audited, they will find it. So we want to make sure, and if you click any of these green things, it's going to take you to the directions if you've never done it before. So you're going to want to update your marketing profile in 3 places. So your command marketing profile, this is what consumers see. This is what goes out through your app, through websites, through different things. Now, your agent facing profile. So this is for the referral network. This is what shows up on Connect. So this is what other people see when you're trying to build your referral network. That's mostly internal. Most what you have from the command profile, and this is why we do it first, will pull through to Connect. You're just going to want to go in there and add a little verbiage about why other realtors across KW would want to send their referral to you. And then the other place is white pages. Yes, that relic still exists. It will go away eventually, but right there, you are going to want to get it as beefy as possible and get all your information in there, especially your password reset. I can't even tell you how many tickets come through because people can't get their email password reset. And it turns out that they have their password reset email as their same email to KW. So if you can't get into your KW email, you can't reset the password. You're just in this awful loop. So make sure that it's your personal email that in case you ever got locked out of or you forgot your password, you can get into. Then this is where the fun part comes in. Who's taking bold? Put in the chat. Who's taking bold or is in it right now? Me. Birthday boy's in. Yes. So you may recognize this if you've been to bold. We've given you the bold memory jogger. This is a great way to just start the thought of who do you know that's not in your database. This is one of my favorite things to do because, again, if you have people moving to your area, what will they need? Just look here. I just gave you the cheat sheet. Your electrician, your plumber. I'm sorry, your plumber. And we're back in New England. We got to do this. Your painter, your landscaper, who mows the lawn, the doctor, right? There's all these people who on this first page is going to be huge data for you to give. So when you're putting these people in your database and you're reaching out to them, the conversation you're going to have with people who are businesses may be a little different. It could be, hey, I am launching a new client gratitude program for my inner circle of people. When they join our community, what would you like them to know about your business? And that's no cost to you. I'm just putting that in my newsletters and things I send out. Would you like to offer a discount to people moving into our community for anything? If you sign up for spring cleanup, you get half off fall cleanup for the landscaper if you prepay it. What are the different things we can do? Because you're still having conversations. They just may not be in the beginning. Are you looking to buy, sell, refer, invest, and all those different things we do? Tiffany, do you think most small local businesses are going to say no to free marketing?
No. Unless they don't want business. Come on now.
I know. So you've got pages of people to reach out to build. You're already going to them. You're already spending money at their businesses. And sometimes on some of these older ones, you'll get a giggle. Like in the 7 levels of communication one, there's beeper salesmen. There's people on this call who don't know what a beeper is. Or the pain of having a beeper and then having to try to find a payphone because your mom is beeping you because you're in trouble.
I love the florist. Everyone should have a florist.
I use a florist. I use the same person in town constantly. Who do you buy cosmetics from? Right? Do you go to an esthetician or do you hit Sephora? Do you love your Sephora person? They'd probably make a great realtor. So with the MAC cosmetic ladies, they're amazing. I love going to MAC. I look like a superstar when I leave there. So we've got that. Then we're going to make sure we put tags into our database, because as we're adding these people and we use the access card and they have that's your cheat sheet, print it out, leave it next to you. Does this person have all these things? When they do, you get to put growth pre on them. That's how you're going to keep track of everybody you've added during this contest, and you know they're the healthiest contact in your race to 201. The other thing is we've given you smart plans to help you throughout the rest of the races. So go ahead and grab them today, even though we're not deploying the inner circle or the promote my app today. Do yourself a favor, go in and grab it. You can search me by author, or you can come to the game page at the 201.club and grab this information and download these. Because guys, as you are adding people in, help yourself by having smart plans on everyone. If you've got the birthday, go ahead, put them on a smart plan for birthday right away. Put them out there, get something on there, monthly neighborhood nurture. If they were past clients, put them on a home anniversary smart plan. Do not put everybody on a quarterly call plan at once unless you stagger them, because that means you'd have to call your entire database on one day every 90 days. But as you're going through people, you decide, do they need to be called monthly, weekly, or quarterly? Melissa, you got a question? She's driving.
And on mute.
I don't have a question, but I want to say they don't have to be a past client for you to put their home anniversary in.
Who taught you that, Trippy?
You can use Remind and see when they bought, and then add that date in, and then add them to the home anniversary.
Right.
Because I guarantee you their agent who sold them the house isn't doing it, so might as well be you.
Exactly. Where'd you learn that from, huh? My past coaching kid? Exactly.
Hey, Brooke, really quickly before we move on, there was some comments in the chat about the database, people and contacts that are in. We're not saying these need to be brand new contacts, right? These could be people that are in your database. And then there was also comments around Facebook leads, right? So let's just get all of that out. We're making these contacts growth pre and inner circle contacts by what?
Well, here's the bigger question. Are they truly a contact in your database if you don't have their info? Because the answer is no. So hear me, if you don't have contacts that are clean in your database and you are getting them to that 201 club access, then they're becoming a contact. Wink, wink, nod, nod. Okay. If they're a Facebook lead and you have never had two-way conversation with them, they're not a contact. They're a have not met. Everybody's got email. Almost everybody's got email in this day and age. They don't want to give it to you. Most people do. You need it for almost everything, to log into your health portals, to get you discount on your groceries. And if they need help, what a great place to sit down and say, well, let's get you on an email. Let's help you make a free one so that you get the stuff you need from us. You can some phone carriers allow you to email them at their phone number at their carrier address too. Everybody works and has a work email usually. They just don't want this stuff there. If you have contacts, and I just want to, Marion threw something in the chat.
That's where I was going. Yeah.
You have contacts in a command, then you don't know them, then they're leads. Need to bulk add lead. And as you figure out who they are, then they become a contact. A contact is a met. A lead is a haven't met. So Aunt Lucy, who you know and love, could be a lead or a haven't met because you've never had a two-way conversation about their specific real estate needs. And that's based out of MREA. That is not what Brooke is deciding today, or Tiffany. If you have no idea what they need for real estate, if you have no idea about what their future dreams are, or have a relationship where you can talk about future property investments, they're a lead. But if you've quantified and qualified, then you know what, Axe? What a great way, and I'm going to teach you through the inner circle to reach out and get that info. right? If you're going to bring value through loving on them on their birthdays and different big things, they're going to give you the information. So we're going to race you guys to 201 of the cleanest contacts with the most info to provide you not only with buyers and sellers, but if you are the reason and the things and the activities you're doing, you're logging them, you're putting clean contacts in, and you're staying top of mind, what are they going to get, Tiffany, besides a bigger paycheck and GCI? Referrals,
Yeah.
guys. Referrals.
And to Alex's point, this is a cheat for the future. A lot of times you have to get copies of driver's licenses in order to do a closing. So I don't take a copy of the driver's license, although someone had told me, but you can jot down the birth date off their driver's license. So there's an opportunity to do it that way. If you attend the closing, you can be very helpful and say, hey, I'll go make a copy for that, or I'll give that to your secretary, and you can get the information that way. And there's all, Facebook, there's so many ways.
Small things. Yes, but you know what? Can we just rip the Band-Aid off and eat the frog and make the freaking phone call and ask and put the form out there? I'm not going to spend 7 hours a day being a secret agent on the interwebs. We're supposed to be making phone calls. We're supposed to be building relationships, texting, messaging. Guys, ask. If you don't want to talk about real estate because you're not feeling it today, call them and say, you know what? I'm updating and I'm getting ready to get all my cards for next year. I realized I don't have your birthday in here. I am so sorry if I've missed it. I'd love to be able to celebrate you in the future. I would
And get
give you
their kiddos' birthdays. What are their kiddos' names? What are their kiddos' birthdays? If they're pet moms and dads, get their pets' birthdays.
Lead gen at the end of the day is relationship building. If you were to take the word lead gen out and replace it with relationship building, how much easier would every phone call be? Every email, every text message. We've given you the resources. We kicked you off this week. Go grab all those resources from the201.club. Your market center tech trainers and your PCs and some tech chairs are your crew chiefs. So they have all this data too, and they have all the resources to help you if you get stuck in any of these things. But guys, on that growth pre-game board, any of those links take you right to the answers articles at KW that walk you through doing each one of those steps. So you're not alone. So if you're doing this at midnight, don't call us. I'm asleep. But it's the201.club. The201. Or if you go to brookthenerd.com too, it's under the resources. You can see all kinds of fun, nerdy stuff there. All right, Tiffany, we've gone over a lot. Did I miss anything?
I think not to get techie or anything, you may want to walk them through how to download, how to find one of your smart plans. I'm not sure everybody on this call knows how to do that.
Would that be helpful? Does everybody want to see that? I can't see little heads.
I have shaking heads.
Okay, so give me a second to cue that up while you are in there. And if you have not joined the Growth Call Facebook group, I'm going to put that one more time before I jump into command. Make sure you're on there because it's a great place to meet other agents and get more information. So let me get.
I do believe 18.9% of people that moved to Maine came from Massachusetts. So just saying.
Yep. And Sean, I did mention pit stops in the beginning. Find out when your pit stops are in your market center. So that way, if you need clarity, the people they were all trained last week on this whole game. They have the information you need. Okay. Find the pit stops, find your crew chief, and follow the access card. All right. So if you want to find the smart plans I've created, if you don't know what the words are, that red KW is an Easter egg. Easter egg is a nerd term for things that are hidden in software. So you can go right down to smart plans. Now, if you're on a team, make sure you talk to your rainmaker because they may have different defaults in. They will have to add these team plans for you. We're going to go over here to the library side. And now the easiest way to find the ones for this is to search by author name. So it's Silva, not silver with a mass accent, guys. I love when you put that on things. And if you scroll to the bottom, because that's where the newest ones go, Sorry, this is puke worthy when I do that. You'll find all the different smart plans that you're going to need over the next few weeks. Don't deploy them yet. Just snag them and put them there because you need to do the setup first in order to get to these things because they're not going to work. If you don't have email, the email's going to go nowhere. If you don't have text message, you can't text them. Okay. The other thing is for the birthday and the quarterly call plan, you're going to want to use and only use the KW ones. So if you have never grabbed the 10 KW ones, use this as a time, add smart plan, and puts it in your database. It'll put it in your database of smart plans. It's important to know that home anniversary and birthday are the only two smart plans that will work every single year for birthday and home anniversary. They're designed to kick off 6 days before the birthday or the home anniversary, so you never miss one. So you also know how many people are coming up that you got to pull cards for or go buy cards for. Make sense? Also, those smart plan directions are in the 201.club game card as well. For your market centers, again, reach out to your leadership, market center tech trainer, productivity coach, ALC tech chairs, assistant team leaders. They've got all the info to support you to make sure that your database becomes a well-oiled machine and you build habits that become shift proof, because that's what we want. We want you guys to have businesses that are shift proof. You want them to have shift proof businesses, Tiff? I would. Who wants a shift proof business that no matter what the market's doing? Yeah, I love seeing all those hands up. Amy, tell them you need them to add these smart plans so you can play in this contest. Your rainmaker should know how to do it, no problem, or just say, give me your login. Have them do that for you, or give them this recording. This recording will be up and live within 24 hours on our KW New England YouTube. So if you don't subscribe to that, go ahead and subscribe to it, because even if you miss this, you'll be able to follow along with what this is. And if you did not see it, and I'm sure you're going to go over, this is 31 contacts that Jogger should put you in. So you have until next Monday to race to get those 31 contacts in. Challenge you to get those social media posts out today and schedule them for the rest of the week. Print out those, the scorecards, all the different things. Go to the pit stops. Your market center tech trainers and your PCs have some amazing race hacks so that you can throw a banana behind you in the Super Mario Kart race to get ahead, or a turtle shell. All right, guys. Start your engines. I'm excited to see how you grow your businesses through this. Oh, and there's a playlist on that website too, if you want to get all revved up and listen to some car music. Little playlist for you. All right, guys. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Curated it myself for you. I actually enjoyed listening to it yesterday. All right, gang. Have a fabulous race. Guys, thank you so much. Mike, thank you for helping us today. Tiffany, Jen, as always, thank you for your support on the growth call. And we will see you guys next week. I can't wait to see what you're doing. Bye.
Bye, guys.